Hi everyone, Dr. Joanne here. Welcome to my latest video, Total Acceptance. It's not what you think. So I'm a mind-body doctor and a mindset coach, and the concept of this video came about during regular discussions I was having with my current clients. So I've done a bunch of these little experiments, and I'm just sharing with you, plus my current clients, what I've learned along the way. So total acceptance is a concept that is well worth looking into. So a few weeks ago, I did an experiment with total acceptance. And most of my work comes from the teachings of A Course in Miracles, which is a course in mindset. So, A Course in Miracles talks a lot about total acceptance. And I've used it very occasionally on days when I had big relationship lessons or fights with my husband, Tom. And during those times, it worked really well for me while I was in crisis mode. But when I didn't have anything really big going on, I found myself fighting and resisting this lesson on total acceptance. And after several days of resisting and being in a general place of frustration, I ended up sick with that super special virus that's going around the world right now. So I'm sharing my story so that you can have your own experiment and gain some valuable lessons for yourself. So the goal with total acceptance, the goal is to have more peace and more emotional intelligence. So like an even keel within your emotions. And some more goals would be less fighting, less chaos, less turmoil, and less conflict in your life. And part of the process of total acceptance is to stop judging. We judge all the time. We put things in piles or buckets. This is right. This is wrong. You should do things my way. You shouldn't do that. You should do this. So we judge all the time. We need to stop that. And we need to stop blaming. And we need to stop giving our opinions to other people, especially when we haven't been asked for our opinions. And that takes a little bit. That takes really focused effort to catch yourself judging, blaming, and giving your opinions, and then to just stop talking. So that's part of the process too. And when we're trying to heal anything, it really helps to become aware of your thought patterns and what your ego is telling you. So we call that ego backtalk. And sometimes you just need to journal it out. And what my ego was saying, or that negative Nelly in my head, when I was working through total acceptance, when I didn't have anything big going on, my ego was saying things like, but I don't want to. What if I don't like what happens? Do I have to just settle? Do I have to just take it? This is BS. So these were the things that my mind, my negative Nelly, was saying. And here's what I experienced then. I was duking it out between my ego and my spirit over who was in control. And spirit doesn't fight. Spirit just is. It just is. It's what we truly want in life. It's our factory setting where we're peaceful and happy and we have plenty of energy and well-being. That's our natural factory setting with spirit, but our ego wants to be in control and be in charge. So I was having this little inner fight between my ego and my spirit. And some of the things that happened to me in my judgy mind, I had a crappy haircut. I woke up to a bunch of dirty dishes in the kitchen and some other little things. And what kept coming back up was, why do I have to just settle or just take this crap? I was super frustrated. I was judgy. I was blaming, and I felt really, really powerless, like a victim. So I had to go deep and use the tools that I teach. I had to go deeper. And what I mean by that is A Course in Miracles has this lesson that teaches us the issue is never the issue. You're never upset for the reason you think. So you have to go deeper. So I had to do that. And I had to pivot my focus to what was working instead of what wasn't working. So there's all sorts of tools to do this, breathing, taking 10 deep belly breaths, Quantum forgiveness, a whole new level of forgiveness so that you can let go of the underlying energy or emotions of hurt feelings that get caught inside of your body. I had to do a lot of self-compassion. And what brings me joy is thinking about my dogs and my twin grandsons. So I was having to do all of these things. I also worked on just feeling the inner light and love inside of me, and then also seeing that inner light and love in other people. So kind of that, when you think of the word namaste, namaste. So the inner light and love in me honors and acknowledges the inner light and love in you. So I was doing all of these different things. And I had to journal about what my ego was making versus what I wanted to create with my spirit. So our ego makes things out of limitations and scarcity and fear. And our spirit creates with love and expansion. So things that feel good. So my ego, this is what I journaled out. What's my ego creating? I was creating frustration. I was creating limits. I was creating self-imprisonment. I was creating insecurity, separation, judgment, self-poison. I was poisoning myself. And I've worked on enough things in myself, my own self-healing, to know that my anger and frustration is a poison for me. It's what makes me sick. It's what makes me susceptible to bugs. So of course I was susceptible to this virus going around. So then I journaled about what I wanted to create with spirit. And here's what came to me: freedom, peace, joy, authentic power, and connection. Those felt a lot better. So I worked with those. I focused on what I wanted to create with spirit: freedom, peace, joy, authentic power, connection. Focused on those more than the fight. And after a couple of days, I realized I was reconciling a misunderstanding. My ego had a belief that to accept meant really to settle for less than I deserved. And I was mad about it. I was angry and frustrated. And it took me another 2 days of fighting with myself over this definition. And then it finally dawned on me that I needed to just sit with all the times that I believed I was settling. I needed to move through this. I needed to acknowledge and feel my way through this. I couldn't ignore it any longer. This was part of the real lesson for me with this, is I needed to unearth and dislodge all of these times that I thought I was just settling and just had to take things. So I felt my way through it. I didn't need to feel and sit in that soup very long. That's not what we need to do, but we do need to acknowledge and just feel it a little bit so then we can let go of it. And during this whole process, again, I got sick with the virus. It ran through my whole family, and I hate being sick. So I had to go even deeper. I know that when I get sick, again, I've stayed in frustration a little bit too long. There's something there that I need to let go of. I need to forgive. So I worked on all of those things, and it finally clicked in and made sense to me. Total acceptance for me meant welcoming the lesson, welcoming the healing. I wasn't being asked to settle, but I was being asked to forgive my old patterns of settling to keep the peace. I was a people pleaser, so I would just settle to keep the peace so I wouldn't disturb anybody else. So I was being asked to forgive these old patterns. I was being asked to let that old stuff go, and I was being asked to own my own authentic power. And once I truly welcomed the lesson, my body healed very, very quickly. So total acceptance does not ask you to condone what you don't like or what is unpleasant. It merely asks you to stop giving what you don't like power in your life. So total acceptance asks you to welcome and accept the lesson and the healing, to accept the guidance, to accept the freedom, accept the peace, and accept your authentic power. And one more valuable lesson I want to share from doing this work. Working on total acceptance when I was in crisis mode, like when I was having fights with my husband, it worked really well for me. I was already in a place where I was ready to accept my lesson in healing. I wanted to move through those lessons as quickly as possible, and I was able to do that. But working on total acceptance when I didn't think I had anything specific to work on was even more valuable for me, because this allowed me to go deeper into this work and basically reset my core energy in a really, really profound way. This is the difference between seeking help while you're in crisis mode versus working on yourself long term when you're in a more calm place to begin with. So crisis mode allows you to heal the surface lesson, which is totally valuable and worth it. And doing the work long term allows you to really flesh out the hidden stuff that blocks you in ways that you never even imagined. So both are valuable. You need to do both to really transform your life. So if you resonate with this and see that you only seek help when you're in crisis mode, then you might also understand that you're really missing the valuable transformation work of doing it long term. And that's what it's all about. It's a lifestyle. Doing this mindset work is a lifestyle, and you make small incremental changes, like the 1% of things that really will move the needle for you in the direction that you want to go. And then over time, those benefits accumulate in a really, really profound way, and you just keep cleaning up whatever's in your face on any particular day. It is so worth it. And if you need some help with this, if you're not a current client, head over to my website, drjoannetully.com, and also look at my other YouTube videos. There's lots of information. You can maybe watch some of the free webinars that I have available. Reach out to me for a number one roadblock to your well-being discovery session, so we can see what is your number one roadblock and what's getting in your way. But reach out if you have questions. Hopefully you found this valuable. Do this for yourself. I challenge you to do this for yourself. Let me know how it goes for you. If you've got any questions, comment down below if you need any help or you have questions. Be sure to like this video, share it to others who might find it valuable as well. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.